Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Prabudh, Enlightened, a Sonia Lumiere presentation. Please switch off your mobile phones. Commercial photography is prohibited here.
These rock faces of Dhaulagiri, this mighty land that spreads far and wide, a land that was once drenched in so much blood that it transformed the vision of a ruthless king and made him believe in a new religion. In this rocky land, so many people were killed, mutilated, and massacred. So much violence was inflicted that even its perpetrators were revolted. But in the midst of such brutality, humanity slowly started to flower. Despite the violence, flowers of non-violence began to blossom, rising above mountain cliffs, dark forests, raging rivers and oceans to spread themselves beyond these borders. From this sacred land, the sound of a new humanity reverberated across the world.
All human beings are my children. What do I want for my children? I want their well-being, their happiness. In this world and in the world after this. This is what I wish for all humankind. Perhaps you cannot fathom the depth of my desire. And even if some of you may understand this, you would still not completely comprehend the intensity of this desire. I am a symbol of that very sound of non-violence, which has tied the entire universe with one cord, the existence of which means the existence of humanity, and that is the true definition of brotherhood.
Emperor Ashok's historic journey began with his grandfather, Chandragupta Maurya. By the end of the 4th century BC, the country's political governance was fragmented. The country was divided into villages, castes, and princely states. Different provinces, different rulers, different laws and regulations, different types of governance. About 70 years later, in 329 BC, the young Chandragupta Maurya, under the guidance of his guru and advisor, Kautilya, rose in revolt against Raja Nand. Although his military strength was less than that of Raja Nand's, the political strategies of his guru Kautilya proved effective against Raja Nand's army.
Listen, Chandragupta. If you want to completely destroy Raja Nand, you will have to work with patience and do exactly as I tell you. If a starving man wants to eat hot khichdi from a plate, he must never put his hand in the center, for this will not only burn the hand, but also the mouth. And he would also have blisters in his stomach. Chandragupta, start eating the khichdi from the corner and gradually move towards the center. Without harming yourself, then you can eat up to the last morsel. This is how you must gain victory over Nand's kingdom. If you walk on the path that I tell you, then the time is not far when sovereignty will surely be in your hands and you will be the master.
Chandragupta began to walk the path outlined by Kautilya. Skirmishes began in the border areas, with the goal in mind of taking control at the center. And soon the province near the banks of the river Ganga came under Chandragupta's control. This also happened to be the time when Alexander the Great left India, and Chandragupta took full advantage of his departure. He continued his advance towards the northwest, and after bringing some provinces swiftly under his rule, he reached the river Indus. He looked at the areas beyond the Indus, but they were ruled by Alexander's general, Seleucus Nicator. Chandragupta turned back towards central India and took control of the states north of the river Narmada. But the desire to rule the areas beyond the river Indus still agitated his heart. In 305 BC, he attacked Seleucus Nicator. drawn-out battle, Chandragupta was victorious. When he defeated Seleucus, he controlled vast lands of the Sindhu, from Bengal to the Hindu Kush, from the Himalayas to the river Narmada. All the lands were now under Chandragupta's rule. A new age, a new ruler, had sprung from the seed of a small plant. A kingdom had morphed into an empire, and the vast Mauryan Empire was established. It is said that towards the end of his life, Chandragupta Maurya became a Jain monk. He bequeathed his empire to his son, Bindusar, and left with Jain munis towards the south. He followed the Jain rites of anahara, or fasting, to end his life. After Chandragupta, Bindusar took the reins of the Mauryan Empire and took his dream of spreading the empire even further. He attacked the south and extended the Mauryan Empire up to Mysore. He conquered all the lands between the Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea and brought them under Mauryan rule. The chariot flag of the victorious Mauryan Empire flew over a vast Indian landmass. Most of the subcontinent had come under Mauryan rule, but one key territory remained outside his control. It was the eastern state of Kalinga. Kalinga, independent and unconquered. It had not allowed the formidable Mauryan chariots to cross its borders. The flag of Kalinga still flew on its well-defended border. One of Bindusar's many wives was called Dharma. From her womb, the future Emperor Ashoka was born. It is said that Lord Buddha prophesied the birth of Ashoka.
Such a king will be born on this land, who will be victorious and will hold the flag of Dharma and spread the views of Dharma far beyond these oceans.
So Ashoka's birth had been long awaited. The youngest among many brothers, Ashoka was extremely intelligent. He understood the teachings of his gurus quickly and showed prowess in the use of weapons. How to protect oneself from the enemy's attack, how to put the enemy at the end of one's sword. He had already mastered all this in his childhood. Practicing the art of warfare, he often defeated Susim, his elder brother.
Oh, incredible, Ashok, my son. Susim is your elder brother and older than you in years. But in front of your unbelievable prowess in the use of weapons, he seems too small. Both of you are very dear to me, my son. You are the grandson of the great Chandragupta, and in you, I see the future protector of the Maurya Empire. Under your care, the Maurya dynasty and empire will be as secure as a child is in the lap of his mother and the shadow of his father. My son Ashok, the time has come when I should take a step back and leave the care of a part of the empire on your shoulders. Begin to take an interest in the royal duties, my son.
Bindusar involved his son in the administration of state affairs and showed great faith in his abilities. But his father's profound love and increasing attachment towards Ashoka